Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're going to go to Arizona. We're going to welcome G.C. Brown. And G.C. is a writer. He's just been released about 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago now, from prison. And we welcome G.C. to Late Night Health.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
All right. You went in. We're not going to talk about too much about why, but you didn't pay your taxes, your federal taxes, and away you went.
Correct.
Do you think it was fair that you were put away?
I do not. I was offered a plea for much less time. I felt that I was not guilty of the crime. It's supposed to be malicious intent. If the malicious intent was not there, took these people to trial, and it got statutory max. Ended up serving 16 years.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Would you now, in retrospect, would you have taken the plea?
That's a tough question. Because I'd missed out on my two daughters, yes, I would have taken a plea. But I still stand by what I believed then. I still believe today. There was no malicious intent. I should have not gone to prison.
Do you think there was malicious intent on I guess, the DOJ and the IRS?
The DOJ, yes, I believe they're more interested in convictions than they are to finding the truth. If they believe you've done something, that's it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, you're in prison. You're working out because you're still working out. I see those biceps popping. In looking at what you did every day, you started writing. You've written a number of books. You've got a friend of ours. Let's see, Ken Achety is publishing from Story Merchant Books. Is publishing SNIFF. Which is that your first book?
It is. It's called SNIFF, yes.
And you have others that you've written as well.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Anything about the DOJ in any of those?
No, there's a little poking fun here and there, but nothing too based, nothing based on the DOJ or the prosecutor.
All right. The other thing that you're doing now that you're out, you're writing, of course. Being in prison is solitary. I mean, I guess meals are together and workouts are together and your work detail is with other people, yet it's still solitary. Writing is very solitary.
Correct.
Do you like that?
I do. I've been blessed to do a lot of different things in my life. A lot of things that I didn't love, and I ended up making a ton of money doing it. But nothing, I've never fallen in love with anything like I have with writing. I'm in love with it. I love everything about it.
You write every day?
I do. I wish I had more time to write. Sometimes getting started here with all the social medias and all the stuff to do, I find that I'm getting less and less time to write, more and more busy.
Got it. And you have daughters, you're getting married. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's something also that popped into my head. How do you've been out of prison for 7 months. Did you meet her while you were in prison?
I did. I was lucky enough to have a great cellmate. He was nice enough to introduce Carla and I, and it blossomed from there.
Wow.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
That's interesting. Interesting. How long have you known her?
We're working on a little over a year now.
All right.
A year and a half. Yeah.
Got it. And you're getting married soon.
July 6th.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah. Can't wait.
You can't wait.
Can't wait.
I think that's terrific. You're also an entrepreneur. You've had numerous careers. You've made a ton of money. And you're partnering with two other felons, and you've come up with UpCup Koffee, a mushroom coffee company. And I just have to ask, was the coffee in prison so bad that you had to find?
It was. I came out with the intentions of everybody wanted me to do a sports drink. I've done the health thing my entire life, so obviously I did it while in prison. I mentored a lot of guys, and everybody said, "Do a health shake, do a health shake." Well, I came out and realized how much competition there is. Um, Decided to do the mushroom coffee with a couple other ingredients in it. There's some anti-aging properties in there, and excited about it. Can't wait. That's also starting November 1st, same day as the book release.
Right. And that's the publication date of the book, as you said. Um, what is what hit you as being so totally different from 16 years ago? 16 years ago, we barely had an iPhone, right?
Correct. Correct. Actually, we didn't have it. I was in prison watching the commercials for Apple announcing the first generation Apple phone. So I missed all of that. Now, that's not to say there were not contraband phones running around in prison, but nothing compared to being out here. And since I've been home, it's just everybody's life is controlled by that phone. And now my life is too. I'd be lost 6 months in, 7 months into this phone. And if it got lost this afternoon, I wouldn't know what to do this evening.
The idea of creating a company is not cheap. Um, Based on your entrepreneurial background, where's the cash coming from? I know this is personal. You can say, "Hey, I don't want to answer it." I mean,
No,
you
no,
get
no problem. We've got my partners. Both my partners have been out for many, many years, and we're still at the beginning phases. We've hired on with a couple different companies that have partnered with us. So it's a totality. It's multiple avenues coming in.
are the feds looking at you while you're doing all this stuff? The books. If you're
Yes,
with Ken, there's a film in the works,
correct.
right? And then the coffee.
Yes, because I'm smart enough to know you can't beat these people. Um, I've disclosed everything while I was still in prison, going through COVID, writing letters back and forth to my judge, just as kind of an update, letting him know what I was going home to do. I'm sure the prosecutor and not a lot of people, I'm sure, believed that I was going to sit down and write books. So I'm sure that baffled them, but I was forthright immediately and let them know I do not want to get in a tangled up situation with them ever again.
We only have a minute and a half left of this segment. We'll come back in a few minutes. You're in your cell for the first time. What went through your brain? What were you thinking at that point?
I I can't even tell you. I was so scared, nervous, didn't know if it was true, didn't know if I was getting out. I had attorneys telling me that we'll have you out in the next 6 months. This is garbage. My two daughters, I went from having them every day to not having them at all. Uh, it was it was a Miami lifestyle, fast and quick, everything great, to a prison cell in a matter of minutes. It just shocking, shocking.
And your daughters today?
One is graduated FSU. She's 24, graduated FSU with a 4 year degree. My youngest, Liliana, is in University of Central Florida, first year right now.
That is terrific. And you're close.
Not as close as I should be. Not as close as I had hoped. It's
Got it.
that war, that definitely wore on all of us.
Got it.
It was a long 16 years was a long time.
All
Trying to
right.
be dad over the phone's tough.
Got it. All right. We're going to take some time out. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion of the of GC Brown, from the author of SNIFF, here on Late Night Health. Be sure to visit us at latenighthealth.com. More coming up with GC in just a couple of moments. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
It's time to tackle a tough topic, one that affects us all. We're talking about sexism in the workplace. The award-winning Identifying the Elephant in the Room series is back and ready to tackle some complicated communications issues again. This spring, we're focusing on critical communication strategies in the face of sexism. Join us as we hear from professionals in the natural products industry who have valuable career lessons to share and real-world experience to discuss from all sides of the elephant. It's time to have an honest and open conversation about the impact of sexism in the workplace and how we can make it better for everyone. Identifying the Elephant in the Room series starts March 16th. Register today at inicibox.vfairs.com. That's INICIBOX.VFAIRS.com, and join the conversation to be part of the solution. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We are talking with G.C. Brown, the author of SNIFF. It's published by Story Merchant Books. Ken Atchitsey has been on the show a couple of times, actually. And G.C. is a felon who's just serving 16 years in multiple federal facilities. How has prison affected your life? You mentioned during our break that maybe you're not as close to your daughters as you would have liked.
Yeah, that's been the biggest struggle since I've been home. I thought it would snap right back, that I would go back to my 7-year-old daughter and my 2-year-old daughter, and things would just pick right back up. And one's 24 and one's 18. So I miss their entire life from bad decision making, and it eats at me every day until I get back to where I feel it's as close to perfect as can be. I'm going to continue trying.
Do you think that'll happen?
I do. I do. I do. I just believe it's going to take time. I just believe it's going to take. They need to see that I'm here, that I'm not going anywhere, and that I'm doing the right things.
During that 16 years, did they visit you? Did they write you? Did they have any
Yes,
communication?
I did. I had communications. Obviously, you get visits, you get telephone calls, you get emails. So yes, I should have maybe reached out more than I did, and I should have. I made some mistakes along the way. I'm dealing with 16 years. I tried to keep my head inside and not outside in the streets. It's a difficult. It was a difficult road at points. Um, but yeah, I do. It'll be eventually at some point. It'll be back on track.
Do you think that the 16 years in prison changed your life for the better?
It did. It did. While I didn't commit the crimes that they claim I did, I wasn't doing the right things. I was a young guy living in Miami. Um, Maybe got a little too big for my britches. Thought I was better than maybe I was. That's 16 years changed my whole way of thinking, the way I wake up, the way I go to bed, the just my life. I could not have asked. I could not have asked for a better lesson. It's amazing the way my life turned out.
Would you have learned that lesson in 1 year or 6 months?
I don't think a guy like me, if I'd have took that plea and I'd have done 2 3 years, I'd have messed around. I wouldn't have been thinking about anything. It wouldn't have weighed on me. I needed the sentence. A guy like me, I needed the sentence over my head, knowing there was a long road to do. I don't. I needed that. The sentence I got was exactly what I needed.
How old are you now?
51 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
You were 35 or so.
30,
33?
33. Yeah, 33.
33. So a third of your life was spent in prison.
It was.
What about other family members? Have they neglected you, turned their
No,
backs?
not at all. My family has been 100% supportive the entire time. They're with me now today. I'm blessed to have a phenomenal, tremendous family.
That is good. Uh, you became friendly with obviously with some of the other inmates. Um, what percentage goes back? They're released and they come back real quick. Repeat offenders. They just don't get it.
It's unbelievable. You probably have to check this exactly, but it's in the 80%. It's way up there. It's unfathomable to me that the number can be that high.
And that's from what kind of were you in a what they call a resort prison or
No,
no?
no, I didn't make it to the resort because of the amount. My crimes would have qualified for that, but the amount of time did not. So I didn't get to go to the camps. I went to the higher institutions, and was never comfortable with going to the camps. I didn't want to. Once I was in that long, I didn't want to go to the camps. I eventually, at some point, I was able to go, and I just chose not to.
You're a big guy, okay? Um, were there bigger guys there, and
Yeah, there certainly are. There
were
certainly
they
are.
intimidating?
When I first got there, yes. Um, as I kind of made my way around over the years and began to understand how prison worked, then no, not at all. Most people are there just to do their time and go home. Whether to commit crimes again and get back out to doing the same thing or not, I can't say. But most people want to leave. So
And
the more trouble you get in, the longer you stay.
and any rehab, any counseling? Don't do that again. Anything like
None.
that?
None. The whole belief that the government and everybody has everybody thinking that it's rehabilitative. There's programs for you to do. It's not. It's such a poor excuse for rehabilitation. You have the choice. You can lay in your bed all day long. You're required to stand up 2 times a day for count, and you're required to do nothing else. There are some programs that the First Step Act that was passed under the Trump administration. There are some programs now that you can earn some time off, and I earned a year off. I did take some programs that earned me a year off my sentence, so I'm home a year earlier than what I should have been. So they're there, but you have to get up and you got to go do them. It's not no one's pushing you, no one's making you, no one's there's no penalties for not going.
You mentioned at the top of the show that you've always been interested in health and nutrition. This is late night health. What about the food and nutrition regarding the food in prison? I mean, was it healthy? Was it tasty? Or was it
None of the above. It was
none of the above?
none of the above. It was terrible. Thankfully, I had family and friends that kept money on my books, and I was able to go to commissary, which the food is still terrible, and it's it's not very healthy, but it's better than what they serve, what they give you.
Could friends and family bring you food?
No, not in the federal system.
Oh my, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a the food that they do provide. Unfortunately, it's inmates that run the kitchens, so the meats and the vegetables and the stuff with the protein and the good food that's stolen out the back door and sold onto the compound to inmates. So what you get in the chow hall is not. There's nothing in it. There's nothing
There's
in it.
another book in there for you,
Yeah,
right? That's coming, huh?
it's coming. It's coming. It's titled. It's half written.
So, what's on the schedule? July 6th, you're getting married. That's a biggie.
My release date from the feds. I'm done with them July 6th, which happens to be a Saturday. So I'm actually done with them a day early. I'm done with them on July 5th. But I'm being married the same day as my actual release date. Getting
And
rid of one chapter and starting a new one.
what what's your plans? Just straight and narrow from now on?
Straight and narrow. Yes. I was not straight and narrow with the moral stuff. I should have been a little bit a lot better person. And that's who I am today. For the first time in my life, I'm getting married. I don't know if you've been told, but I have twins. Twins are on the way.
Oh no.
Tristan, yeah. So we were set to be married before the twins reared their head. So she's due in September.
Conjugal visits in prison?
No, this happened. She's 15 weeks pregnant, which is about the time I've been, or 17 weeks pregnant, which is about the time I've been home.
Got it. All right. A big reunion. Listen, thank you very much, GC Brown. We'll have him back when the book and the coffee come. Daryl, thank you very much for what you do.
My pleasure.
Thank
And
you both.
hey, thank you a lot, JC. We really appreciate it. And as we say each week, thank you for listening. We appreciate that. Have a great week. Have a good week. And most importantly, have a healthy week. Take a look at GC Brown's biceps. You'll want to get a pair. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.